Hello, my name is Nitin and I'm a rising junior at Evergreen Valley High School, and this is my second milestone. So my project is a gesture-controlled RC car with a robot arm, and my second milestone is to basically make the flex sensors control the motors instead of the servo when a button is pushed. So here's a quick demonstration. So when I press the button and bend the first flex sensor, the motors will rotate in the clockwise direction. Then when I bend the second flex sensor, they will turn in the other direction, and then the third flex sensor is in the one motor turning, and then the fourth flex sensor is just the other motor turning in the other direction. So in my project, I used a 6-volt battery, a motor driver, 2 DC motors, and a button, of course. So the motors are basically used to move the RC car, and each flex sensor has a specific function to rotate the motors in a certain direction. And then the motor driver is needed for the battery to power the motors, and it also allows the Arduino to communicate with the motors. And this 6-volt battery is used to power the motors because the power from the Arduino is too little. And the button, it's connected to a digital pin, so it has 2 states, high and low. So when the button is pressed, its state will be high, and when the state is high, I told the flex sensor values to be red, and those will be used to control the motors. So my code is basically my code basically comprises of defining functions, then just getting the values read by the flex sensors, and then a bunch of if statements to make the motors run. So the things I learned from this was how a motor driver works and how the motors work, and I also learned a lot of programming from this, and I thought it was a great experience because in terms of how much troubleshooting I had to do, and then the struggles I faced. So at first I didn't know how to use the motor driver and the motors, so it took me some time to figure that out. But the thing I struggled with mostly was the troubleshooting, because I didn't know why the motors weren't working. And then after a few days I realized that there was one connection wrong in the motor driver, and I switched up a few numbers in my code, and then after that my project was working well. And then so for my next milestone, I'll make my the NRF on my glove and the NRF on my RC car talk with each other. And yeah, thank you.